Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. We have a few orders of business to take care of back here at the temple before we go and fight that mini-boss.
Yes?
I saw you and Lord Kuro in a vision.
A vision?
Yes. Where is Lord Kuro right now?
He's being kept near the keep at Ashina Castle. The gate to the castle, however, is shut.
I see.
I'm glad you've come, Master Wolf.
Is this a gourd seed?
Yes. Bring it here. Plant the seed into the gourd. Perfect. Now the volume of medicinal waters in your gourd will increase.
Such a strange medicine.
Is it strange? I don't take any offense to that. If it's effective, then that's cause for celebration, whether it's strange or not. That's what my mentor Dogen taught me.
I see.
Please bring me any other gourd seeds you find. I should be able to further increase the volume of the medicinal water. I still don't understand the particulars, but it appears as though your body is no longer confined by the rules of our world. Come and see me if you notice anything alarming.
I will.
I still don't understand.
I will.
I would say that
Did I
my
hear
body...
the ringing of a chime?
It was probably this bell. I was told to offer it to Buddha.
Does the bell hold any significance for you? If it does, talk to the Sculptor. He is quite knowledgeable when it comes to Buddha.
Yeah, I was going to do that. But also, I would say my body no longer being confined by this mortal coil is cause for concern.
Seems to me your battle sense has returned. You're more like a shinobi than before, if only a little. Take this.
A Shinobi Esoteric text, a book of secrets that details a variety of techniques employed by shinobi, grants the ability to learn shinobi-style skills. Within this text are the innermost secrets of the shinobi arts, such as attacks performed in the air and hiding one's body to avoid detection. Couldn't be used by a samurai.
Shinobi techniques. Recorded within are fighting techniques that cannot be performed by samurai. Whether you make use of them or not is up to you. Shinobi aren't the only ones with their own fighting techniques.
So this one is a freebie, but other esoteric texts will lead to other skill trees.
I found one.
A shinobi tool?
Yes.
I said before that your prosthetic arm was a fang, but by fitting shinobi tools to your arm, you'll be able to change the form of that fang. Thick shields, break them into splinters. Swift foes, bring them down from afar. Fitting more devices means more ways to slay your enemies. If there's someone that needs killing, there's a proper way to kill them. That's all there is to it.
Seems you know this prosthetic very well.
I should calm myself. The more I speak of bloodshed, the more demonic my sculptures will become. Here, I'll fit that tool for you.
Oh, cool. There's nothing weird about this sculptor and his wrathful, demonic mounds of Buddha carvings. Please pay no attention to that. This is our loaded Shuriken prosthetic enhancement that we got last time, by the way. That's our very first one. It's pretty simple. It will just allow us to fling Shuriken.
I do. Any Buddha I carve is an incarnation of wrath. Thus is the fate of those who owe a deep karmic debt. You'll understand when you try carving one for yourself one day. So, need something?
I'm gonna need you to chill the fuck out.
If you want more forms for that fang of yours, you'll need to search for more shinobi tools. There's no turning back from this path now. The least I can do is load your arm.
Great, we can equip up to 3 prosthetic tools at a time. Right now we only have the Shuriken tosser. This is okay. We're gonna get plenty. And we'll also go ahead and check our new skill tree out in a second. once we rest at the Sculptor's idol. So already they're giving us a lot of food for thought. Both from Emma, talking about our body not being confined to this world. We have the Sculptor talking about his wrathful, demonic Buddha carvings. And then all of this stuff about the dragon and the divine heir that Kuro apparently is. We only have one skill point for now. Get that every time you level up. What I really want, though, is 2 skill points so I can buy that Mikiri thrust counter. And you got to see, just for a second, the size and scope of that skill tree. That is, again, just from this one esoteric text that we got given. It was a gimme. There are several of these, and the skill trees are just as extensive in all of them. I think that's the biggest influence this took from Neo.
Feel safe with that big bastard that's tied up next to us. I'd rather not be gravely injured just before the war begins.
If the worst happens, only choice is to use fire. Those red eyes fear fire. That's what the Lord's proclamation said.
Proclamation? What a joke. Ashina sure has a funny way of preparing for war.
So whenever you get the opportunity to eavesdrop on enemies, they will usually give you some kind of hint about something coming up. Like the big roaring dude up the stairs. They were saying if worse comes to worse, we'll use fire on it. He hates fire. We don't have anything that we could set aflame. So this is going to be substantially harder than if we were to come back here later. We could go back to the dilapidated temple for an item. It would make this fight much easier. Let's not do that. Let's do this the fun way. First things first. Do not get caught off guard by the spear guy up the hill. This is a bad time for this note. Holy shit! I love this Chained Ogre for his moveset. He's a big wrestler. Oh shit. Oh, this is not... Yeah! He's got drop kicks, he can drop an elbow on you, he can power bomb you.
Loyal wolf, take my blood and live again.
And that is what Emma meant. Resurrection. Take 2, motherfucker. I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful, but that death is a blessing in disguise, because I can finally talk about dying. Death in Sekiro is both extremely similar. None of it's actual oh god! There's the power bomb. And that follow-up is maybe even nastier, because for as much damage as that does, at least he didn't toss me straight off the cliff like he is wont to do. Grabs in Sekiro suck so much, especially from the Chained Ogre. There's the elbow drop. I love it. It's the worst they've ever been. They will vacuum you in from so far outside of what the visible part of the hitbox is. They will hit 180 degrees around him. It's nasty. So you really, really have to stay mobile. This is where you take advantage of the fact that you no longer have a stamina bar limiting your ability to run and maneuver. This is only 1 health bar. Alright, so obviously there is a death penalty when you die for good. You will lose half of the Jesus! That dropkick is always so scary, because he will kind of turn in midair and track you a little bit, but also it just goes. Oh, I love that too, when you don't guard it perfectly. It sends you reeling back on your feet. Watch for that second kick, because it goes pretty much around him. Yeah, you lose half of the XP towards your next skill point, and half of your sen that you're holding, your money. You cannot recover those. That is what is so different between death in Sekiro and death in a Souls game. Whatever you lose on death here, you do not get a chance to get back. There are a few mitigating factors. For starters, there's a mechanic called Unseen Aid. Some of his moves, their hitboxes scare the shit out of me. Okay. You see in the bottom right, there's a resource for spirit emblems, something to that effect. They are the resource that governs how much you can use your prosthetic tool. This is fine. By the way, whenever he whiffs a grab, you can grapple him. That's that green icon over his head. I'll get back to Unseen Aid once I... Okay, we're safe. That got scary. There's another tactic that you can use here that's kind of lame, and I don't like doing it. Which is you can run away from him and lose his aggro, and then just sneak back up to him and get a stealth death blow while he walks away from leashing. Also, we got a latent skill there. Sometimes bosses or mini-bosses, you will just get those from them, in addition to prayer beads and other goodies. In this case, the latent skill that I picked up makes my medicinal water heal for more. Woo! Oh yeah, and this is our binocular equivalent, the Nightjar Monocular. Oops. And we get one more gourd seed, so we can go up to 3 charges on that now, on our gourd. Ooh, that got intense. I'm really happy I got that first death in. So Unseen Aid. Whenever we're resting at an idol, that's the 30% number that you see. When you receive Unseen Aid, it's a 30% chance to lose nothing. And that number can go up, it can go down, depending on certain factors that we'll run into later. Like, it gets more complicated than this explanation that I'm giving, but that's because of things that we haven't really seen or encountered yet. Yeah, that's Unseen Aid 30%. Then there's this more proactive resurrection. This is your do-over. You can rise on the spot at least once. And once you resurrect the first time, there's a black brush stroke through the pink icons on the lower left. That means the res is on cooldown until you take out a boss health bar or kill a few enemies. After that, you can build a second pink icon and get the chance to resurrect if you die a second time in a row. It's not fully filled up, as you can see, so if I had died a second time, even after the brushstroke went away,
Notice anything
I wouldn't be
different?
able to get back up.
Yes.
Like what?
The first res is always a gimme.
Divine Air's voice reached out to me, and suddenly I was alive again.
So you died, and now you're alive again. So that means it has to do with resurrection.
Resurrection?
Lord Kuro. It's said to be a power of the Divine Heir's dragon heritage. Those who have been given the power of resurrection. They are revived upon death, repeatedly.
Impossible.
Yes, it is rather strange, and yet, it is happening here and now. Let me know if you notice any more changes. I don't think the power of resurrection comes without a cost. I'm glad you've come. This power, it's said to be a power. Those who have been given the Oh, did I hear the?
It was I was told.
Okay, so this is related to the blessing of Kuro and the dragon heritage. Let's see if the Undying knows anything about this.
Oh, you may use me to hone your... This temple attracts those...
Oh, he actually doesn't. I thought he would have new dialogue after all of that. But nope. Well, we have another thing that we can do. We could proceed to Ashina Castle from the mini-boss area, which is a mandatory mini-boss. That point that we grappled up to get the binoculars, or the monocular, I should say, and the gourd seed, that was fog-walled after we aggroed the boss.
Close your eyes. Hear the bell speak to you. The bell's chime will stir your thoughts and awaken old memories from their slumber.
So that bell, offering it up to the kind-faced Buddha in the dilapidated temple, allows us to travel 3 years back in time to the Hirata Estate. The Hirata Estate was mentioned by, what was it? Anayama, I want to say his name is, the peddler, who told us about a certain prosthetic tool that could shoot gouts of flame. He mentioned looting the burning estate. That's where we were brought back to. We got that bell from Inosuke's mother. So let's see what this is all about. This is kind of like the Dark Souls 2 Dragon Memories, except without a time limit, and way more substantial. These are entire levels. And we'll also be introduced to another new thing in here. Like I said, this game is dense, mechanically and content-wise. And thematically as well.
You're the son of... Owl.
What happened?
Thieves at Hirata Estate. You must hurry. The divine error.
What year is it?
What year? An odd question.
Tell me.
It's the year of the Dragon Spring Pilgrimage.
The Dragon Spring Pilgrimage? That was 3 years ago. What is this? The Sculptor mentioned an old memory. I don't remember any of this, but it appears this is the past. The Dragon Spring Palace. What is it?
Okay, no new information there from re-inspecting him. Keep in mind his mask, because it should look familiar. Dousing powder to cure the burn status. That's something else we'll be introduced to here. Oh, so many things coming up. Also, the Dragon Spring Pilgrimage. And a sparkling scale from a treasure carp. To the average person, it's just a beautiful scale, but there are some who exalt a certain master who consider these scales among the most precious things in the world. For this reason, collecting them could be worthwhile. That one is free just to tell you that these things exist, and to give you a little bit of a hint because they're found right near the edge of the water. And look at that. Not gonna approach from the wall. Oh, hey. So this... Oh, he's basically a torch hollow. But he can attack with his torch, and there's a special property that his torch imparts on him, on his attacks. And that's fire. It can build up a status effect called Burn, and also you cannot completely block it. It will deal, I think for fire, it's half damage through your guard? Might be misremembering. There are a few different elemental statuses and effects like that. Also, there are easily half a dozen treasure carp in the waters there. I am not going to go fishing on video. There are a bunch that you can find, some which are really hard to get right now. I will get probably one or two more. First, we have to deal with this dude. He's calling for help, but he's all alone. Treasure carp are just crystal lizards. Again, they're nimble little non-hostile creatures which will try to escape, and if you don't kill them quickly enough, they will. Oh, this guy didn't notice me. Good. And you can kill them for a special resource. There are scales. And then maybe we'll also figure out who that master who reveres them is. After we deal with dogs. You can see there's a little outcropping over here. There's a small island across the water. There's someone on this island. Another light coin purse and one more carp. This one's on the surface, so it'll be really easy to get to. Feels mean.
Know about carp scales? The sparkling, shining scales of the treasure carp. Bring them to me, and I'll reward you handsomely.
He sounds like hedonism bot. Jambi the chocolate sauce. He will sell things in exchange for scales. We will be going back to him eventually once we have enough scales to buy the good shit. Almost missed some of this sen. Not that it matters too much, to be honest. Especially early on, it's not the most precious resource in the world. We will need some, though. And on the way to the top of the Hirata Estate... Who the hell saw me? Oh, this guy down the lane. Well, we're gonna take a load off. Oh, hi. Hi, sir. Hi. Please, sir. I didn't ask for any of this. We have 2 skill points now. So... that means we can get our Mikiri counter. And this is a special counter to use against the perilous thrust attacks. And it's really, really cool. Press B at the moment of the thrust attack. And we will pick up with the Hirata Estate next time. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one.